Are you here? Yeah, I agree. If we don't do it on Sunday, we should definitely do that. I'm not sure what the status on Secret Santa is right now. We could totally make like a video and make that like a content video that we could put out somewhere on one of our channels. Like Speed Dogs responds to comments and just have us like instead of like typing it out, we would see the comment and we would just like talk about it. That would be fun. Twid. Let me tell you. Tell me what you're hiding, Larry. You two, stop glaring at each other like that. I'm not glaring, Kay. I'm using my artist perspective. Eddie's the one who's glaring. Then if you know what's good for you, you will tell me what you're hiding right now. No way, dude. Didn't I say that we're not talking to you anymore? I want a cross blend of shitters and actual like things we could respond to. That would be good. Aren't you talking to me right now? From now on, I'm definitely not talking to you anymore. I'll have to force it out of him. Larry, what are you hiding? Hey, come on. Mr. Edgeworth, this isn't the time to be playing around, you know? I wasn't playing around. I was trying to get a real answer. I'm free for a month or so why not? My favorite ever was the guy who said he wished we didn't make the video so Salt could make it. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm kind of sad about, is that we have definitely deleted some amazing clips or some amazing comments. Right? There's so many like gold mine comments that we deleted. And we really need to have a repository. AP, you could like run a side Twitter for us that would literally just like tweet out like bad Speed Dogs comments. Like cursed Slippy tags. Honestly, I think we have enough. I think we have enough that we would get that. You could definitely do that. Maybe like one every other day or something. For a week. Looks like Lloris won't be talking anytime soon. If he isn't going to talk us most willingly, I'll just have to force him to talk. I just have something on what he's hiding. I should present that to him, see what he says. Alright, take a look at this. Ugh, what's that? Larry, I've got a feeling that what you're hiding is related to the tea in this pottery shard. Ugh. We get one double comment a day. That's pretty accurate. There are definitely days we don't get any comments, but when we do get comments, it's like a bad one today. I don't mind. You can put people on blast. I like the option. That's a good idea. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, I can always hand this shard over to Judge Courtney. Wait, I'm trying to keep a clean image for Justy. I don't want her to see how I've dirtied myself. Oh my. I can't imagine what part of you would be considered clean, but if you don't want her to declare you guilty, I suggest you speak truthfully. I got it. I'll tell ya. Alright, what are you hiding? Larry trifling. He is trifling. It's time you confess to what you've done. How can you be so cruel to your best friend? The same way you can be dishonest to your best friend. Well, you can't stop glaring at me. Well, you can stop glaring at me. I promise to tell you the truth this time for sure. I just thought I'd pour Justy some tea, but my hand kind of slipped a bit and it broke. I actually broke the crazy expensive teapot. The butt strikes again. Why am I not surprised? Oh boy. You really done it this time, Maurice. What should I do, Edgy? It's so expensive. I don't have that kind of money. Katie will hate me. Crying to me about it won't solve anything. First, you should apologize to Miss Hall. He's groveling. My teapot. Katie, I'm so sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll draw you as many portraits of you as you like. Please kindly raise your head, monsieur. It is I who should apologize. I didn't notice the broken shard. It's dangerous. I'll tidy up the broken pieces. Allow me to take this piece from you as well. Wasn't this tea set one of Isaac Dover's works? I heard that it was very important to you. Yes, but there's no use crying over spilt tea. Besides, I still have another one of those teapots left. Is she not as attached as she used to be? Oh, you're so kind. Stopped watching when Oob was not considered too bad. I remember that one. I remember that one. I honestly think that it's a satire, not satire, but like it's a joke. A part of me legitimately thinks that it's a joke, but I honestly can't tell. Right? Because I think some of his doesn't he respond in the comments, and he like says something dumb as well. I don't know. You never know. You can never tell with these people. If there's no /S, there's no way you can tell. Katie, you're so kind. Oh, that other teapot you were talking about, is it the one on the cart? Yes. Truth is, when I was trying to hide the broken shards, I looked under that cart, and I found a teapot and that looked exactly the same, so I switched them. Really? Yeah, everything's cool now. I took great care to make sure no one would break that pot. You don't brag about that when you were the one who broke it in the first place. I'm sorry. You did. You definitely did tell somebody I'm looking forward to your World Record History video. We've got some good ones. And I think, yeah, it's content, man. We can't be wasting this. We have to, CJ, we need to make a pact. We're making a pact, all right? When you find a good one, you need to screenshot it and save it somewhere. I don't know where. Before you send them to the Shadow Realm. I mean, granted, you can send them to the Shadow Realm, like, you know, if it's just a dumb comment that's not any good whatsoever, right? Just take those comments, screenshot it, save it to a Google Drive or something, and, you know, and then you can send it to the Shadow Realm. But we got to save them. We got to start saving them. Thank you for your consideration. Edgy, Katie is a really nice lady, isn't she? You should reflect on how you cause trouble for people like her. When I make it big as an artist, I'll donate paintings. In fact, I'll even welcome you as my own personal model. I think it'd be better off if you just stopped causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else. I haven't. I just stood around sketching beauties. Sketching beauties? If you're interested, I can let you take a peek. I guess even Mr. Edgeworth is interested in beauties. What? Edgeworth is like, no! No, girls are icky. I would never. It's not like that. I just thought it might be another one of his strange paintings. How dare you? I'm very confident in my work this time. Oh, I want to see too. I'm glad you're so honest about it, Kay. Oh, so I'm glad you're honest about your feelings. I'll get it ready, so come check it out later. What do you have to get ready? A few saved? Yeah, I've definitely seen a few. Sensory! Merry Christmas, dude. Merry Giftmas. Merry Christmas, Sensory. I hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. You know, time with the family, maybe. Hell yeah. Glad to hear it, dude. Oh, no, I wanted to talk about sketching beauties. Talk to me, bud. About that sketch you mentioned just now. What? If you wanted to see my art, you should have been honest about it from the start. Look, here it is. Such beauties. There's also a third one in this picture that's slightly obscured by the text box. Kate's a good one. Justine's a good one. Ooh. Already told you it's a sketch of beauties. Just to be clear, the beauties only refer to Justy and Katie. There's that other... Oh gosh. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious me.
Ice Age 678 gifted a tier 1 sub.
This is a progress moment. This is also a very loud moment. Merry
Ice
Christmas,
Age
boyo.
678 gifted a tier 1 sub to Alden_.
Ice Age, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you, my man.
Ice Age 678 gifted a tier 1 sub to Mareep Bo Peep.
Ice Age, you want some jam? Also, do you work tomorrow?
Ice Age 678 gifted a tier 1 sub to Whiskey Ursa.
Off tomorrow? Dang. I start my vacation next week, so... Start a new old game. I'm super interested to see what the plot of it goes. I've been idling in the menu for the last 5 minutes or so. I can now confirm with that. I haven't played the whole thing yet.
Sub to Nikki
I'm actually an hour in.
2571.
There you go. Love some jam? Hell yeah, brother. I'm going on vacation next week, though. So Saturday is the only day I'm working, so... I'll have to stop up.
Ice Age 670
Final Fantasy 7?
Sub to H4 Ruin.
The question is, what kind of jam do I have that you would want? I just made a raspberry pepper jam. And it's a banger. Question is, I have to make sure it's actually edible, because a lot of times when I make raspberry jam, it gets really, really thick. And I don't know why or how, but I need to find a way to make sure that it's like, it'll actually spread. Otherwise, it's like, it's like fruit jerky.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Otisp.
We're almost there, bud. This is like 8 or 9. I played FF7 for like 10 hours, I think, and I enjoyed it a lot, but I played it on the PC version, and it's a little weird on PC. I would consider doing it again on, I would consider doing it on PlayStation. I have a PS2 now, So I could definitely see myself playing it on the PS2. Because one of the things I didn't like was that for the PC version, it was like, hit keyboard 7 to do this. And it's like, what button is 7? What did I map that to on my controller? Like, I don't understand at all. Like, there's a scene where you have to like follow a bunch of button commands, and that just killed me. It took me like an hour to get through that. It was so bad. You're playing it on Switch? The OG FF7 is on there? I had no idea. It's not the remake, is it? I don't think I think isn't the remake like a exclusive? I hope it goes well for you, dude. Yeah, does anyone actually like premieres? That guy has made comments. Has definitely made at least 2 comments. Yeah, it was not fun. It was not fun for me. You're probably gonna get there, but granted, yeah, it's like you'll probably figure it out, but you'll just have to remember, like, okay, when it says X, that means A. When it says triangle, that means Y. When it says square, it means, you know, X. When it says circle, it means B, right? So you just have to know that. Yeah, and he always complains, I don't understand. Yeah, remake is on PS4. Gotcha. Dope. Yeah, that guy shows up at premieres and then he just complains. It's like, dude, there's like over 100 concurrent viewers on this premiere, right? For Luigi's Mansion. There's over 100 concurrent viewers on this Luigi's Mansion premiere, right? And you're like, does anybody even like premieres? It's like, bro, we legit have a lot of people here. The chat is popping, dude. Raspberry pepper? All right, cool. I'll make sure that it's good first before I give it to you. It's still like I made it today, so it's cooling on the countertop. It's setting, so I'll open up the half jar that I have left over, and I'll test that one first before I give it to you. $8 for OG on the eShop and remake on sale for $30. It's pretty good. $38. It's $40 for 2 games, or for the same game twice. Not bad. Hell yeah, brother. I think you'll like it. It's a little different from what I've done before, so I'm curious how it's going to pan out. But it's pretty spicy, and it's pretty tasty. You know what? Fuck it. Hang on. Let's get the music back. I'll be right back. Ooh, rhubarb. You know, we sell rhubarb at my store. I should consider buying some. Raspberry is pretty top. That's what it looks like. So, we didn't have any of the peppers that I used last time, which were guajillo peppers, which are just like dried arbol or something like that. We didn't have those, unfortunately, at the moment, so I had to improvise, and I got these other peppers, which are casillo peppers, and I don't really know much about them, but they were dried as fuck, which is kind of weird to think, because the last ones were dried. Okay, this one looks like it can kind of spread. Oh yeah, there we go. There's some gooiness in there. There we go. It's thick though. It's a thick boy, but it's spreadable. That'll spread. Yeah, you can spread that for sure. But this one in particular was really, really, really dry. So I'm hoping that it doesn't, you know, affect the taste too much. Damn, that's good. That is on par with the last batch. And spicy. Whew. Let me see if I can find some of the pepper. Okay. Interesting. So, I can definitely taste, maybe it's just me, right? I can taste the difference between the Quesillo and the Guajillo peppers that I used this time versus last time. It's not a terribly noticeable difference. The Quesillo ones that I use are a little bit more like, not bitter, but they're not like sweet. They're kind of earthy and I don't know. Honestly, it's like almost nutty in flavor. I don't know. It's very interesting. Very interesting. The last ones were, I would say that if I did it again, I would go back to using the Guajillo. Those were better, but honestly, they're not that different. It's still pretty tasty. Whew. That's good stuff. It's good stuff, dude. You're gonna enjoy this. You're gonna enjoy this one, I believe it. Whew. All right. Back to Ace Attorney. I'm not 100% if I work tomorrow, because if they want me in, they'll call me in. But if I don't get that call, I'll make a stop regardless. Okay, so you want me to bring one up? Bring it up anyways? Because I can just bring it in, you know, regardless. I would love to. I would love to bring it in. All right. Why did you draw her on the same page? Ah, well, I was taking a break from my still life painting when those beauties caught my eye. I guess I just drew them on the same page without thinking. So you're saying that the pictures on this page were each drawn separately? Oh, yeah, I may have drawn them at different times. By the way, there's a drawing of the beauties Little Miss K on... Wait. There's a drawing of the beautiful Little Miss K on another page. Wow, beautiful, huh? Thanks. There, you drew this exactly as you saw it, correct? Yeah. Even I can't draw what I can't see. I recreated the scene perfectly, even the delicate shades. I don't want to admit it, but this picture might be of help to the investigation. The contents of the sketch and the service cart in the fountain. Okay, there's chocolates on the tray, and what's her name is washing something. I say, did you have a nice Christmas, by the way?
Got a rock hard rager!
I didn't actually mean to do that, but I got an email. I wanted to check it out. The contents of the sketch, they're all serviceable. It looks like might be a contradiction between the two. I'll need to expose this to contradiction using my powers of deduction. Can I borrow the sketch for a while? Sure, I can even sign it for you if you'd like. I think I'll pass. Anything else I want to submit? This one's scary sketch. You're the one who drew it. The scene you sketched here. You're sure you didn't mistake what you saw, right? Of course not. It was a shocking sight. I remember it well. I drew it exactly like I saw it. I really am a genius. You certainly are a genius at causing trouble. Alright. That's all I'm going to get out of Larry for now. There we go. Maybe the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled different was because the pots had been switched. Really? The taste of the tea itself did not actually change after all. Let's go ask Miss Hall about it in more detail. Miss Hall, was the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled different because the pots were switched? Yes, that's certainly possible. It had a fresh, minty aroma, not unlike that of uva tea. Ah, I remember now. I prepared some mint tea yesterday. I'm sure that the aroma just happened to remain in the teapot. It had nothing to do with the normalium that we're also doing. Is that really all there is to it? Yo, plants? A minty aroma was emanating from the pot Larry had replaced. Miss Hall said the aroma was left over from the mint tea she prepared yesterday. Indeed, she seemed less surprised to find out that Larry broke the teapot, and more surprised by the fact that teapots had been switched. Normally, it would have been the reverse. Yeah, of course. She was probably trying to hide this teapot. Hide the pot. One of the characteristics of normalium is a minty aroma. There is a possibility that she was hiding normalium inside the teapot. What? Inside the pot? It is only a possibility for now, but it's one worth investigating. Mr. DeBest, I assume you haven't found the normalium yet. Huh? Oh. I've had the entire art museum searched, but I haven't received any reports yet. What about you? Don't you have any ideas? Only one. I knew it. Nobody but me would be able to find it. Wait, what? You have an idea where it is? Indeed. Then tell me. It may have been in the teapot that Miss Hall had used. This teapot is pretty nice. It would make the perfect present for the best prosecutor. It's not a present. It's an important piece of evidence. Oh, it's just evidence. Then I'll have the forensics team take a look at it. Monsieur Edgeworth, is there something wrong with the teapot? Bigger boy. Squirrely with... I didn't do the voice thing. Okay. Squirrely with 42 months. Good. Googly moogly, Squirrely. Hope you're doing well, dude. Merry Christmas to you. I'm pretty sure you are definitely my longest running sub at this point. Never missed a day, dude. Look at him go. Squirrely, I hope you're doing well. How was your Christmas, bud? Merry Christmas. Hell yeah. To you and yours. It's good. So, I'm in a weird position because we did our larger family Christmas on Sunday, and we're doing our closer family Christmas next week. So, we're kind of all over the place. It doesn't feel like Christmas, but yeah, I don't know. I got to see some family last weekend, so that's fun. And then next week I'll do Christmas again. So Literally, it's like 10 days apart. We did it on the 20th, and now we're doing it like on the 28th or something. Like no, it's not 28th. It's like the 30th or the 1st. I don't know. It's honestly like we're doing it all over the place. So my Christmas is a little weird this year, but listen, I can't complain. I've had a great day today, and just been chilling, man. Big chilling. So no complaints from me. Commenting that Snap is slow while saying red blue isn't. Red blue is faster because you can do all the crazy things. But granted, in a glitchless playthrough, it's like an hour and a half long round. Shit's not fast at all, dude. Anyways. People are just silly. AP, now you see what we deal with. We deal with that kind of nonsense on a regular basis. There's something wrong with the teapot I used? He's talking casually? That doesn't make any sense. It has definitely been an odd year. It's probably a good thing though that like Christmas is later this year, because I did all of my Christmas shopping like 2 days ago. So it's definitely been a weird one. Alright, this teapot has a minty aroma. It's the same aroma as one of the 2 chemicals used to create the poison gas. Edgeworth, surely you don't mean you suspect me of having set off the poison gas? I do. Setting up the poison gas trap in the Autumn Palace would have required some preparation. As the curator of this museum, you're the only one who could have prepared it in advance. I wonder about that. Preparations for the opening of the museum took about a week. I received help from both outsiders and Madame Delicia. I think there are people besides me who are also suspicious. Of course, Delicia is also under scrutiny. Furthermore, I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. All your shopping on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Online shopping is wonderful. I agree, online shopping is definitely wonderful, but I don't know. I was just so busy with like working on projects that I didn't have time. Even this year, I don't even feel good about the presents I got. Which I know it's not a contest, but I don't know. I feel like when I'm really good at giving gifts, I'm really good, but usually I'm really bad at giving gifts. Like, I think I'm either all in or I'm all or nothing, right? Like, I definitely got it or I suck. You know, this year I felt like I got 1 or 2 good gifts, and a lot of them are kind of like, I kind of just like, I don't know, throwaways. But then again, right, you know, I don't even think about the fact that like my family just gives me like t-shirts and things a lot of times, right? You know, I don't even like care. I'm gonna get whatever I want myself, right? I don't even need Christmas. You know, I mean, this isn't like it used to be where I'm like, oh man, I hope I get Assassin's Creed this year or whatever, right? It's like, yeah, whatever I want to get for myself, I'm just gonna go get it for myself. You know, so I don't even think about it. So I don't know. I guess I'm probably overthinking it, but I just don't like giving bad gifts because I've received bad gifts and I'm like, ugh, not fun. Disappointing. Oh well. I'm going on this, you know, this whatever you call it, for way too long. I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. Even if you found Normalium in my teapot, there's no way I could have prepared the poison gas. Well then, I look forward to hearing the analysis results. Her excuse is that she doesn't know how to prepare the poison gas. I must find a way to shatter that excuse. Oh, take the phone. This is Edgeworth. It's Gumshoe, sir. Did something happen? Actually, Right now, all the investigators but me have left the Winter Palace. I can finally tell you what we found. It's not good for him to be leaking out the information, but his resourcefulness has saved me many times these past few days. All the sculptures in the Winter Palace have melted. There's still some liquid left in the cases, but there's less in the Gemini statue than in the Taurus. There's still liquid in the glass cases? Yes, sir. We just investigated the light blue liquid a moment ago. We only detected sugar in the Taurus case, but for some reason the Gemini case detected 3 different substances. Normalium, Fatalium, and then the sherbet stuff. Sugar, salt, and blood. Whoa. Blood? Blood and salt were detected in the Gemini case? I wonder whose blood it could have been. I've asked for forensics to look into it, sir. I'll leave it to you, detective. That reminds me, the forensics investigating the fountain patio contacted me. It seems the sugar found in the fountain matches what the found in the light blue liquid. That sounds like a valuable information. Alright, so the ice sculptures have made their way into the fountain system. That's all the new information you have. Now that you mention it, we found a rainbow light device in there too. The device was used to disguise the Autumn Palace. The same device was used in the IS-7 incident is also connected to this one. I should listen to what Delicia has to say about that. I have to go back to investigate it now, sir. When we get the results of the blood test, I'll let you know right away. Thank you, Gumshoe. Was that Gummy calling? That sure was a long call. Thanks to him, we now have an important piece of information. Ah. Huh. Would you be willing to aid in the investigation? Sure. Anything from Miley and K-Fay. Let's see, I'll listen to whatever you have to say. K-Fay, whatever you say. I was wondering if you could stop calling me Miley. And stop calling me K-Fay. Fie, that's out of the question. I just can't change a name I've already decided on. Even if we ask her, she won't listen to what we have to say at all. K-Fay's not bad, but... What's wrong with Miles? I'm tired today, dude. I don't know what it is. I am shreepy. Do you know anything about the decorations that are used in this museum? Specifically, the fluorescent cloths and a special device called a rainbow light device. You slept for 90 minutes. That's not a lot. That is not a lot of time. Is there a reason? Well, I guess what time did you go to bed and what time did you get up? Did you like get up at like 6 in the morning? Went to bed at 3? No, 4? Also, I'm hungry for a snack, but I don't know what I want. 4:30 and 6. Plus, I have to be careful because my stomach was not happy earlier today. Not a lot of sleep. Not a lot of sleep, AP. Did you take a nap at all? Three. That's good. I do have a feeling that's going to throw off your sleep schedule a little bit, but what can you do? They're presents I gave to Katie as an apology for breaking the rules 18 years ago. I gave her 4 new rock salt lamps and the 4 fluorescent cloths I used in the contest. Only us girls can understand how wonderful they are. Rude. Nobody asked you, Ray. That was back when Rayway was still a cute little boy. Now he's a gross and sleazy old man. Can't even imagine it. Same ones, huh? The rock salt lamp and the cloth, the rainbow light device, they all seem the same. Should be an extra one. It's true, look. I've got the proof right here in my bag. Not this either. I'll show Delicia and have her confirm my suspicions. Wasn't there a dirty rag in your bag that looks similar to this? I'm not going to give any information to someone who calls it a dirty rag. Then, would it be better if I called it a washcloth? Wrong again. It's a fluorescent cloth. Oops. Uh-oh. That was supposed to be a secret. I really need to re-hotkey that from my OBS. Oh, god damn it. God, I'm dumb. I wanted to mute my mic so that I could, like, crumple up the bag and not have to worry about it. Instead, all I did was I muted the desktop audio so that you only heard me crumpling the bag. Which apparently AP appreciates, but I'm pretty sure anyone else who was listening did not. Now it's supposed to be a secret. Tell me all you know about this fluorescent cloth. I have to ask you something. Since you're a pharmacist, exactly how would one gain the knowledge required to set off poison gas? That's basic knowledge for any pharmacist acquainted with Megatoxin X. Even says so on the label. Then there is another way. Is there another way for someone to obtain... Wait. I can't read. Is there another way for someone who isn't a pharmacist to obtain that information? Might be possible if they've seen the Angel's recipe. It also contains the recipe to prepare Megatoxin X. This book is so weird. Does this mean that you've also seen the contents of the Angel's recipe? That's a given, of course. The pharmaceutical company I work for is the Master Group, the company that makes the Cold Killer X medicine. After Jeffy got declared guilty, the company took back the recipe book. Only a small group of elite pharmacists have been allowed to see it, though. And apparently you were also part of this elite group of small elite group scientists. Please tell me the reason why you hid this cloth. Oh, I guess I have no choice since the cat's out of the bag. I found this cloth floating in the fountain, and right after that, I was called to the Autumn Palace. At first, I thought one of the fluorescent cloths I'd given to Katie had washed away. Didn't you only give her 4 cloths as a present? There were 4 cloths covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace, right? That's when I realized that this was the cloth that went missing 18 years ago. This is the one, the body. This one was wrapped around the body. The poison gas broke out because someone had stolen my Megatoxin X. Dun dun dun. There's not a picture of it anywhere. I don't know. So I thought the fluorescent cloth had also been used for the crime. I was afraid I'd be suspected, so I didn't say anything about it to anyone. I see. I sure feel a lot better about talking about it. After talking about it, stress isn't good for your figure, after all. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. The cloth that had wrapped around the body went missing. Who would have thought that it would turn up in the fountain along with the body? The sketch, is this the one called the Sketch of Beauties? That's what the one who drew it called it. Was that boy perhaps Laurice? I'd love to chat with him one-on-one later. Huh. It would be my pleasure to introduce you. Miss Edgeworth, you're making an awfully evil face right now. You've also read the Angel recipe, right? Of course, I may look like this, but I'm an ace pharmacist. That's amazing. An ace pharmacist. That's been my long-felt dream. What? That's right, that's right. At least Kay Faye understands. This is the first I've heard about her being interested in pharmacology, though. Shh. A little flattery can go a long way when you're stealing or trying to get information. Miss Delicious, there's something I would like to ask of you. No, no can do. I just can't change names. I've already decided on. For a great thief of all people to have their thoughts stolen like this. Looks like it didn't get you very far. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna get out of you. What am I supposed to deduce right now? I don't remember what I'm supposed to deduce right now. Ray, how's the investigation going? Well, little by little, I'm beginning to see the entire truth behind this case. It's good to hear. Uncle Ray's better not fall behind either. This case seems to have a lot in common with the case 18 years ago. I guess I haven't talked to Kay, no. The melted ice in the Winter Palace and the body of the victim from 18 years ago. Wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing after all this time. Only family Mr. Dover had was his young son. His son, and Mr. Gustavia's son, who attended the same elementary school. After the case, they both went missing. Wait, both of the kids? What? Did you say both of the Dovers? Or both of the children? Gustavia's son hasn't been found. Mr. Dover's son, he was found and his inheritance was delivered to him. Because of that, Mr. Dover never had a proper funeral. That way they were able to make it look like the body had been in police custody. Autopsy report had also been forged, so nobody but the defense ever found out. Wow. Gustavia's son was never found. Bro, what the fuck? What a weird case we have going on, dude. Could you tell me what kind of person Miss Hall is? Miles, don't tell me. You're also interested in Katie? No. You know, listen, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm interested in her a lot, so, I mean, it's just okay if you have feelings. It's, you know, it's perfectly normal. All Uncle Ray can say is, the Kate I know is a truly admirable woman. For 18 years, she was always wanting to remain here and wait for Master's return. However, she was driven out of the mansion by Master's relatives. What? She was driven out of the mansion? That's because Kate isn't related by blood. With no family and her job taken from her, she could only live on with the song and dance that Master had taught her. Outlaw? Wowee! I could become famous and buy followers. Whoa! Kate has a motive now? Well, here's the thing is I feel like everyone has a motive. Right? We don't know everybody. Like, Gustavia's son was never found. Right? Kate was kicked out of the mansion. She's back now, but Maybe she's like, I will have my revenge. They wrongfully accused my dad. Not really dad, but they accused Jeff Master. I will have my revenge for whoever killed him. So a part of me feels like Kate might be trying to get revenge on whoever the original killer was. So that's possible. Does Delicia have a motive? I just don't know, man. I feel like I'm still missing so many pieces. One of the things that I do find really weird, though, is that we haven't talked to Dan Gustavia much at all at any point, right? Even like 18 years ago, we only talked to him for a very short amount of time, right? And now we don't get to talk to him in the present day. And maybe we'll talk to him in a little bit, but a part of me, I'm so suspicious of him for some reason. Yeah, there's so many interwoven like motives and things going on that it's hard to find out which one's the one that we need to be following. She's now retired. Why did she retire? She had already saved up enough money to buy this mansion. Seems she even got back the Angel's recipe that had been taken by the Master Group. This mansion where she'd lived with Mr. Master and been everything to her. She probably just wanted to take back everything that she lost. Right? Now notice, that's a really big deal. She cared about this mansion so much that she spent her life working to buy the mansion back. Right? Most people would go, I'm going to move on with my life and go do something else, right? But she's like, no. I have to have this mansion back. So she bought the mansion. Right? To reclaim it. That's how much she cares about it. When you care about something like that, there's definitely a motive in there somewhere. There is something going on there. You could also say that her actions have taken away everything Mr. Master had. Let's see here. This is the sketch of beauties. Yes. Just wondering if there's anything I gotta submit. Yeah, you won't tell me. God, okay, the fact that the kids were never found? How is that not like a huge deal? I've been thinking about this case for the past 18 years. I don't think I'm going to conveniently notice something strange all of a sudden. You might be able to, Miles. You're talking all cool, but you pretty much have nothing to say. Did you notice? Said I should talk to Kay. What does Kay have to say? What's up? If Normalium is found in the teapot, will Miss Hall be arrested? I don't think someone who seems so gentle could ever be the true murderer. It isn't good to judge people by their outward appearances, Kay. Although it's true that it would be an upsetting conclusion. I should try asking Mr. Shields and Delicia for their opinions. Sure found out a lot about this case and the IS-7 incident as well. wonder about that. The truth still seems to be wrapped in the deep, thick mist. Don't we have what we need to clear up that mist? Because if we don't, I can take Little Thief out from the spin. No, it's fine. We've already gathered all the information we need. If I just use logic and match up all the pieces, the mist should be able to clear. Levon's late or early? Is there anything I could possibly deduce from? No. Well, obviously there's something I can deduce here. So I was using this white service cart. Oh, duh, it was the picture. Now I remember. It's the beauties. I tell you what, once I finish this case, I will be free. Not free, but once I finish this case, I want to do some other stuff, right? I want to do it's like next week is like one of the last weeks for Trailblazer, so we'll do a little more RuneScape stuff. I've got some stuff I want to do on stream. It's like a send off, right? And then I mean, I haven't seen anyone have more than like 4. Yeah, I have 4, and it's because I have the broadcaster badge. But I mean, short of being like a staff member, you know, I honestly don't know what else you could get. Because we have the same badges: Prime, Prime, Sub, and FFZ. Granted, you could be a FFZ add-on pack doer. Because, hang on, what am I saying? But spot, yes. I don't know why that's in caps. What? Hello? Buttspot? Is he not here? He's not here. Oh, wait, no, he is. Weird. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. It's not a command. Oh, it's not showing up. Interesting. Normally he has the bunny rabbit badge. I don't think you can actually have the bot badge, but you're welcome to try. You're welcome to ask. But yeah, normally Buttspot has the bunny badge. The bunny rabbit badge is being a FFZ add-on pack supporter. I don't know how much that costs, but yeah. There's something I want to ask you about your sketch. Huh? You want a lecture on sketching from the famed Professor Maurice? I just need to ask you something. Global mod, that would help. The tablecloth in your sketch, are you sure it was light blue? Yeah, my eyes never fail me. Wait, it was light blue in that picture? That's legit not what I was going for. I was going to go for the candies that are on top. Okay, well, I'm glad I picked that. Dude, you're always so busy thinking with just your head that you miss the obvious. What? When I drew that painting, I was using the cart with the tea set on it, remember? Because I was tidying up the broken pottery shards. Right? And right then, Katie came out of the Winter Palace. I had to hurry and hide the broken teapot so she wouldn't notice it. Did you just say Miss Hall came out of the Winter Palace? That's right. But this time she was pushing another service cart. The tablecloth was light blue, just like how I drew it. What did she do with that service cart? Beats me. She went into the Summer Palace with it. I don't know. When she came out, she was pushing the lift trolley. The lift trolley. When I called out to her, she was so surprised that she just left it there. She's so cute when she's shy. Huh, alright. A lift trolley. Maybe there was 2 tea sets along with 2 service carts? We'll have to verify with Miss Hall. Can I see the Summer Palace or no? Also, I need a... Sorry. Had to take care of something. They become partnered or VIP for a 4th badge. Oh, I guess you could be a VIP. There you go, Levon. Test, test, 1 2 1 2. There you go. Yeah. Why can't I go visit these 2? There's a vase of sunflowers. I don't care about the vase. I don't care about the tulips or the sunflowers. I need to know. Huh? This lift trolley has just been left here. I wonder if it's used recently to carry something heavy. The surface of the platform appears to be wet. I remember seeing this lift trolley someplace before. There you go. Levon Global Mod applicant. You mean during the IS-7? Oh, that's right, I remember now. It was in Dofer's room. Oh yeah. It was used to transport the ice sculptures. The lift trolley was a feature that allows you to adjust the height and angle of the platform. With just one of these, a single person can move the sculptures all by themselves. How convenient. Oh, wow. I do know that at least 2 members of Twitch staff saw my name. How do you know that? I am curious. Did you see them in chat? And he said, hello, I'm about to say, in a chat interaction, yeah. It could be related to the case. Alright, Kate. I have many questions. 2 service carts? Is it true you keep 2 service carts on the premises? Yes. Is there something wrong? Earlier, I was looking at one of the sketches from that so-called artist. Noticed that he had drawn the cart tablecloth light blue. Light blue? Are you sure you weren't mistaken, Monsieur? I only ever use tablecloths that are pure white. It's true, the tablecloth here doesn't have a single spot on it. It's because I always change them immediately whenever they get dirty. What were you doing when this sketch was drawn? At that time, I was just doing my job as usual. Could you tell me exactly what that work entails? I scouted out raising female streamers for Twitch staff, and what do you know? Wait, raising or rating? Or rising? You probably meant rising. There you go. Okay. That's all good. It's always funny whenever a spelling mistake makes a different word, right? Because then you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Now you threw me for a loop. Because if you misspell a word and it's like very clear what the word is supposed to be, it's like, oh yeah, I don't care. It's fine. I know what you meant. Right, but as soon as you say the wrong word or a different word entirely, it becomes a little more complicated. Yeah, so you scouted out rising female streamers for Twitch staff. Yeah. Get noticed by Twitch staff and ta-da! What were you doing that you were drawn in the sketch? From the looks of it, it doesn't seem like you were transporting the tea set. This is when I was delivering chocolates to all the people in the investigation. How nice, chocolates. I wish I could have got some too. There are still a few left, so please eat these then. I made them myself, though it's possible they might not suit your taste. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Perhaps it's because she had them in her pocket, but it looks like they've melted a bit. They are misshapen. Is it because they melt at like body temperature? Melt in your mouth and not in your hand? Oh, sweet goodness. Ah, yes, I'm happy to hear that you say that. These chocolates are a little misshapen, but I'm glad to get some sugar in my system. Although they're a little too sweet for my tastes. Ah, yes. Like father, like son. Did the chocolates suit your tastes? They were so sweet, absolutely delicious. I'm glad to hear that. They are as Monsieur Master likes them, so they are sweeter than normal chocolates. A bit misshapen, but it seems they are filled with love from her family. This lift trolley was here 18 years ago. It has allowed me to move various things from other rooms into this one. It was intended to carry heavy objects, but it has been quite useful for all sorts of things. Why was it wet? I wonder if it was used to move something that made it wet. Okay, that's good information. What can I do with that? Is this me? Yes, it's a sketch done by our pseudo-artist over there. Oh, this sketch is really well done. Are you giving it to me as a commemorative gift? No, for the time being, this is a valuable piece of evidence. I see, too bad. You are such a response. That man has some unexpected talent. Bruh, you know, Edgy out here shitting on, you know, Laurice, but Laurice is like a good artist. You know, like this is pretty good. Like Justine, really good. Update you on the cuties. This is literally called Sketch of Beauties. It's literally all the cuties except for Miss Delicia in the corner. Ignore that. Whatever the corner is right here. Ignore this and just focus on this and on this. Also, yesterday, Aged Whale was telling me that I can't see their eye color. Ooh, good point. Catherine has brown eyes, but Matt has fallen in love with Catherine and said, "I'll be back. I need to go look up Rule 34 of Catherine." And then he accidentally spoiled himself on the mystery of the case because he's a goober. Delicia Scones has blue eyes. No, not blonde hair, but just have blue eyes. Dan Gustavia, brown, green, brown. Courtney's really cute though. And then Sebastian. Eyes is what matters. Claims to be an artist, bro. Fucking edgy hating out here. Okay, what do I need to present now? I want to ask why the fucking trolley is wet, but there's no information for that. Oh. Lost, bro. That's her chocolates, right? They seem to have melted a bit, though. Not eating them when they look their best is rude to the chocolate Miley. They had already melted when I got them. Maybe Miley's hands got hotter than when he received the sweets from a sweetie? Should I talk to them? Your conduct thus far has clearly been out of line. I will make sure to bring this matter up to the PIC. Do whatever you want. We're going to be doing whatever we want as well. More correctly, you're the little Miss Great Thief. I will have to report your misconduct to the PIC as well, young lady. This has always served to increase my fame as the Great Thief. Even she's unlovely to handle. Sweets from a sweetie. You know, everyone likes sweets from a sweetie. Katie gave me some chocolate. Her hot gaze was enough to melt the chocolates. I can tell she's totally fallen for me. If you're talking about the chocolate, Kay and I got some too, you know. What? That's so unfair. Damn it. I'll just die now. I'm gonna drop dead on Valentine's Day, cursing the couples of all the world. I feel you. But no, you can't do that. Is it fine if we just leave him like this? In time, melted chocolate cools down and hardens once more. When Valentine's Day comes, I'm sure this man's head will cool down as well. Aha! Here's the title of my next picture book. Justy's Graveling Gavel Gala. I'm sure the sales will rival even Franzie's Whippity Whip Trip. Would you just look at the evidence for a second? Huh? They're just so beautiful. Katie and Justy. Which one's your type, Loris? Both of them. And of course, you too, Kay. So anyone's your type as long as they're female? It's not like that at all. Even I have standards. Like that pink lady I drew in the sketch. She's way too old for me. What? Okay. I got nothing, dude. Can't go into any of those. Bro, what do I do? These elevators for authorized personnel only. It's the infirmary. What? Wasn't he in the security office? Whatever. What is with these lawyers dragging underage women around? Listen, I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. Okay, that's probably what I was supposed to do. The method used to set off the poison gas is explained in the Angel's recipe, and the current owner of the Angel's recipe is Miss Hall. So that means, indeed, it means that it is possible she knew how to set off the poison gas. We can expose her lies for what they are. Thank you. Oh, I need to stand up. I'm falling asleep over here. We can take a look quick. Oh man, well, there's a. Okay. That joke has been ruined. Unfortunate. Oh, Levon, when are you gonna do a Ring Fit speed run? You fix your knee. Squats suck, yeah. You're like the squats guy, though. It's like your thing. Squats build ass, dude. It's the whole point. Yeah, I think Kay is definitely like sticking to Miles, not the other way around. Whew. That's a rough spot, dude. That's a rough one, dude. So what did you do? It just one day it just popped out of socket or something, and now it doesn't work right? Because I know you've had trouble with like straightening your knee and like pain and stuff. Where did it all come from? Where did it start? Running track all those years ago? Also, this is why you shouldn't make kids do sports when they're in high school. All the kids that did fucking like high school football and stuff are like in their 20s and their 30s. They're like, oh man, my fucking knees and my shoulder hurts and all my body is just worthless. Bouts of it getting worse. That's not good. I need to be more conscious about it because if I don't fix it now, I will get arthritis. That is a big deal. And yeah, especially at a young age, developing arthritis like at 30 or 40 or something would be really, really fucking bad. You know? I mean, listen, underneath this extra, layer of whatever, subcutaneous fat, there's a hot bod down here, you know what I'm saying? Fortunately, Ring Fit has a lot of exercises that are really bad for my knee. Yeah. Not a lot of good days, though. A lot of bad days lately, it sounds like. That's fair, Ricardo. Can't even see me flick. Oh well. All right. Alrighty, let's see. It's late for the results. Oh, that was the end. Dude, I am struggling. I don't know what it is. I am really struggling today. Oh yeah, all that Christmas cheer I had. I'm doing a bunch of nothing today. It was Christmas, yeah. You didn't even call your family, dude? Do they even like? Oh well. Forgot my gift again. I'm gonna guess you didn't travel back home. Shit's cray cray, yeah. Plus, from what I remember, from what you've told me about your family, I probably wouldn't go out of my way to go back there anyways. Last Christmas, I gave on my heart. The very next day, he made a flambe. This year, to save me from jeers, I'll give it to someone else around here. That is entirely fair. Very fair, very fair. Alright, anyways, back at it. I have a report. We have detected traces of normalium from the teapot. You can't be serious. Just like Mr. Edgeworth said. Darn it, did Mr. Edgeworth take the title of the best from me again? Seems like you have an obsession with being the best. When you're on a case, winning and losing is of no importance. What are you saying? Obviously, it's best to be the best at everything. If you can't understand that, then you have no business being a prosecutor. Well, Please stop harassing Sebastian. Sebastian, a person of your caliber has no need to listen to such things. Justine, yeah, you're right. Please leave this to me. Why don't you go check on the victim's condition? Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll be right back then. Alright, I'll be waiting. Courtney is much more troublesome than Mr. DeBest. Well then. Mr. Curator, can you tell us why normalium was discovered in the teapot? I was not aware that it contained such a chemical. I suppose it may have been an ingredient from the detergent I had used. You're saying that you did not put it in deliberately. Of course not. There's no way for me to have known how to create the poison gas. Despite being a former actress, seems you're not very good at lying. What do you mean? The angel's recipe is in your possession, and the method to create the poison gas is contained inside that recipe book. You must have known how to create it. Gah! Is this some sort of plot hole? She should be a good liar. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. She's never good at showing it or lying in real life. I'm surprised that you knew about that. Miss Curator, is that true? It's true that information about the poison gas is contained in one of the recipes. However, just because I saw it doesn't mean that I was responsible for the crime. Could you tell me what set off the poison gas? It was caused by the victim heating the lid of the glass case with a burner. I see. If he locked himself in that room of his own will and then set off the poison gas, wouldn't that be suggesting suicide? Why are you too good at this? I wouldn't have been able to obtain a chemical like Megatoxin X. That may be true, but you could have stolen it from someone else. That reminds me, I met up with Katie a week ago. That night was when I realized that my Megatoxin X was gone. Katie, you couldn't have. Madame Glycia always carried her medicine bag around with her. Anyone could have stolen it. Can't you tell us what you're hiding? I know that you're not the kind of person who would hurt someone without a reason. Oh, Shields, you doubt me as well? Setting a trap on one of the gallery's exhibits and then disguising the rooms? I just think it would have been impossible for anyone but the curator. That's not true. There are no guards or security cameras at this gallery. How convenient! If any ill-intentioned person wanted to sneak into the gallery, it would have been an easy task for them. Who do I think it is? I had a hard read that it was Dane Gustavia on the very first part of the case. Granted, I don't know if that's going to be right or not, but I just have like a strong suspicion because they're pushing Kate really hard. They're like really, really pushing Kate, but I don't think it's her. Just because he's creepy? Yeah. No, actually, the reason, you know what's funny? The reason that I said so is because he has a very animated, like, animation design, right? Like, whenever he goes on a line, he'll, like, do, like, a crazy, like, he has these candy air pumps, which are essentially just, like, those really long pipettes with, like, the squeezy thing on the end. And he, like, gets, like, this thing of, like, candy, and he like turns it into like chopsticks or whatever and like makes it into a giant thing, right? So he's obviously a very talented person, but like the point is that he has a very extensive animation. I would love it. I would actually love it if they hinted at it like the whole time and everyone's like, it can't be Kate, she's too nice, and then at the very end it's like, actually it was Kate, she's actually a demon, like, you know, just go all out. So, what was I going to say? But yeah, the main reason I sort of pinned it on Dane Gustavia originally was because I was like, I can see that being part of like his meltdown animation. Like whenever he melts down, he's definitely going to do something with that. Maybe a series of misfortunate events, yeah. It's honestly a toss-up. Kate seems too nice to do that, but she also seems super dedicated to Jeff Masters, which might be why she's going to all these lengths to like get vengeance on the killer, right? But Delicia is also like, she has some weird ulterior motives. She like lied about why she was there, and she's very like, and she, I don't know. I don't think it's Miss Delicious, personally. But the only other person that it could be from the original would be Dane. Or some other nonsense, right? So. There you go. That's pretty accurate. I mean, we've all been there, right? You ever like walk into the wrong bathroom and you're like, you don't know what to do, and you just like stab a person and then leave? Because the anxiety made you, clouded your mind, and you just did the wrong thing, and it's just, everyone's been there, right? Everyone's walked into the women's restroom and then stabbed somebody. It's just part of life, man. One thing after another, man. She accidentally made poison gas. She was using the Normalium spray to clean up the megatoxin spill, and then it just ended up mixing together to make Fatalium, and just... Yeah, we've all been there. Isn't it like an all-you-can-steal buffet in here? You have to be careful. You never know when a great thief could appear. Doesn't sound like a joke when Kay says it. Actually, Gustavia apparently entered the gallery before it opened. Where's your proof? Uncle Ray can't do anything to break down Kate's iron guard. This might be a good time to use the technique your old man taught me. The technique? My father taught you? This case is deeply connected to the one from 18 years ago. If we just pursue the present case, it may seem like there's a lot we don't understand. But if we try turning things around, there might be a hint in the case from the past. Thinking the other way around. Did my father do that too? Ah. In this situation, I think the public health people should come in and see what happened. Yeah, let's get J-Mans from the OSHA department to come in. You know, this isn't safe for workers here. We can't just have Normalium and Fatalium laying around. Yes, I agree. I think we should call a star safety meeting. Make sure your team leaders are here. We'll talk about workplace hazards, and you know, because I don't think they had the poison control number posted anywhere, right? And that's just an accident waiting to happen, man. You know, just look at Gustavia, dude. That guy almost died. They didn't have that number on the back of the phone. This hall melted Mr. Dover's Sherbert sculptures 18 years ago. Today, Mr. Dover's works are on display in this gallery. It can't be she. I see. I know what I want to ask her. In that case, I'll just watch over you. Miss Catherine Hall, 18 years ago, it seemed that you melted Mr. Dover's Sherbert sculptures. I was young and inexperienced and did something inexcusable. Isn't that why you were able to open the Zodiac Art Gallery? I don't know what you mean. Edgeworth, do you seek her testimony? I would like her to tell me about the Zodiac Art Gallery. I would like to know the reason you decided to open a gallery for Mr. Dover's artwork. Alrighty, if you insist, I will allow it. Your testimony, if you please. Very well. If that will clear your suspicions about me. Please testify about the Zodiac Art Gallery. See, she is just making clumsy mistakes, klutzy mistakes. She's just that kind of person. Listen, I do like my girls clumsy. 18 years after Monsieur Master was arrested, I was finally able to buy back this mansion. In order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. I collected Pierre Hoquet's works from all over the world. After all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. It was your dream to open it. What do you think, Prosecutor Edgeworth? Do you believe there was anything strange about her testimony? Judge Courtney, I believe in the courtroom it is a standard to cross-examine the witness. Wouldn't you agree it's a little too early to say that there are no contradictions? You speak like a defense attorney. Very well. Proceed as you please. I like them capable of taking care of themselves during menial tasks, not gonna lie. Yeah, one of the things that I don't like at work is I like working solo. Because having a second person in the booth means I feel like I constantly have to do two people's jobs, right? Because I have to listen to what the other person is asking of that person, or the customer is asking of my coworker, so that whenever the inevitable problem arises and they're going to ask me a question, I already know the answer, right? Because it happens all the time. All the time. All the time. I hear tidbits where it's like, hey, my coupon didn't go through. And someone's like, oh, well, you know, I think what we got to do is we got to like redo the entire order from scratch because that's probably the easiest way to do it. I'm like, no, don't do that. That's stupid. Find the right item. Make sure they have enough. And then just use this code to like type it in yourself. Then you don't have to do the whole order all over again. Like don't be dumb. Do this. I have to tell people that all the time where it's like, hey, what do I do about this thing? I'm like, I told you 1,000 times. You don't do it this way. You have to do it this way. Right? But it would be fun to do the order again. Do you want to ring up $200 worth of groceries a second time when you don't have a full desk? You only have a handheld scanner. That's it. And you have to hit refund on every single one of those products. Refund, scan, okay. Refund, scan, okay. Refund, price override, doot, enter, scan, okay. It's not fucking fun, bro. It's not fucking fun. Let's see here. I get paid by the hour as long as I get my hours at the end of the day. I mean, I get that too. I tell people I get paid by the hour, not by the order, so I don't really mind too much when people have a long order. But at the same time, bro, some things just ain't worth it. Some things just ain't worth it. All right, let's finish. Let's see if we can't finish this interrogation, and then we might call it a night here. 18 years after he was arrested, I was finally able to buy back this mansion. In order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. Managing by yourself? Yes, I say manage, but it's only open today. And I must continue protecting this mansion. You need employees, bitch. What are you doing? So that Master has a place to return to. She took back the mansion for Master's sake. Kate, I'm so sorry. I was powerless. It's not your fault, Shields. I couldn't do anything either. All I can do now is continue to protect the mansion. I collected Pierre Hawkette's works from all over the world. That's Dover's alias, correct? Yes. It's the name he used when he worked as a sculptor in France. About collecting his works. How did you prepare the Taurus and Gemini sculptures? I heard that Mr. Dover passed away before he completed those two sculptures. I had the sculptures specially made based on the photos I took. Could you tell us about that more in more detail? It was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. That was your dream. The truth is, I wanted to manage the gallery together with Master. Singing and dancing and all kinds of sweets. That's the kind of gallery I dreamed about. Should I plan on staging a musical? Jeffrey Master disobeyed the goddess of law. It is unfortunate, but I'm afraid that your dream will never come to pass. Master is innocent. The prosecutor at the time did not believe it, but... Catherine, Jeffrey Master gave a false confession. They were both trying to protect each other. I prepared replicas of the sculptures in the Winter Palace based on the photos I took. By photos, do you mean the ones taken in Isaac Dover's room? Yes. You seem quite familiar with the events from 18 years ago. The sculptures in the Winter Palace were replicas. They melted and I didn't even get to see them once. The sherbet sculptures shouldn't have been replicas. This Hall is obviously lying. After all that trouble I took to prepare them, it's a shame they melted. Okay, never mind. A long sigh. It's interesting why the case notes specify he was diagnosed with hypogeusia. Was treated by medicine. Entered the contest as a cake designer, but his body was found in the defendant's room. The cause of death was blunt trauma to the head. Yeah, I noticed that the very first time that I saw that, and I think I even mentioned it, but that one seems really out of place and ham-fisted because it's gonna come back later on, right? In jail, he was diagnosed with hypogeusia. I'm just assuming that's how you say it, and it's like goes. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like someone just fell down and hit their head. Who knows? As the victim's body vanished, there appears to be no autopsy report. Is that the true reason? To be fair, Lavon, there was a murder weapon that has Dover's blood on it, so I don't think maybe he fell down and hit his head on one of those decorations, but so they walked around for a bit, dazed and confused, losing blood, and then died. Yep. That sounds right. We figured it out, boys. This one was not very clearly orchestrated. Or, you know, I say orchestrated, but, you know, I'm not super... What's what I'm looking for? I don't like this one in particular, that what we just did. I got there, and I'm glad I got there quickly, but I just refuse to believe there's a murderer here, yeah. Did you really think that your excuses would continue to hold up? Because that was like, almost like, not a throwaway line, but that was like such a weird thing that they kind of mentioned. The blue liquid that they cleaned up was made from sugar and like salt and blood. Right? And we know that, you know, part of the sculpture made originally was made of sherbet, right? So we know that that's where the sugar comes from. Now there's blood in there, which is like, okay, we need to figure that out. But it also kind of implies that Dover was originally murdered in his own room. That's why there was blood on his statue. From the analysis reports, it's quite clear the sculptures in the Winter Palace are the sherbet sculptures Dover created. Miley, as a pharmacist, it's my turn to shine. What we call sugar actually comes in very different varieties and tastes. Even if the sculptures were replicas, it's nearly impossible to replicate the composition. Thank you for the explanation. Okay. That, Miss Hall, means you couldn't have melted the sherbet sculptures back then. You stole them and preserved them for 18 years. While everyone was busy doing their thing, Kate had just stolen them away. What? She preserved the sherbet for 18 years? If you freeze it properly, it's not impossible. Silence, please. Miss Curator, what do you have to say? I can't believe you've already uncovered so much. So you're admitting that you stole the sherbet sculptures? No, I cannot admit to such a thing. There isn't any proof that I stole them after all. Also, I couldn't have stolen the sculptures 18 years ago. I don't think they would have been easy to steal without the police noticing. Is that so? I don't know what you did 18 years ago. As such, how can I judge how difficult it would have been to steal them? Looks like you won't give up so easily. I don't intend on giving up at all until I've learned the truth. I understand. I shall tell you what I did 18 years ago. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. Granted, you're not wrong. I guess technically, like, if you kept it in a glass case like that, and you just kept it really cold, but it would definitely, like, get grody. That's also true. But, like, if you've ever seen ice cream that's been in the freezer for, like, a long time, if you ever, yeah, I was about to say, if you've ever left something in the freezer for, like, a year, you pull it out, it does not look the same way when you put it in, right? Like things definitely change over time. It's a real thing, yeah. It's huge. In 18 years, like, there's gonna be splotches and moisture. Yeah, it's just be like just a bunch of stuff has changed. There's no way they're gonna be kept. Whatever. It's a video game. Who cares? But just saying, it's like it's kind of whack. Kind of a whack premise we're building on. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. During the judging at Monsieur Master's request, I went to change the film in the camera. Before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered Dover's body. After Monsieur Gregory arrived, I prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. It was then I witnessed Gustavia entering Dover's room. And that was everything I had done on that day. I don't think there's anything suspicious about my actions. It's not your decision to make. Were there any contradictions? I should just prove that she stole the sculptures. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging.
Hold it!
What were you doing before the judging began? In my room on the second floor, practicing my dancing. I was performing on the TV show Piece of Cake back then. I'm not really comfortable with the fact that she's 16 in this. Clean! Merry Christmas, bud. I think we said it yesterday, but still, I hope you heard. Yes, thank you. Mine was safe and cozy, and I hope yours was also safe and cozy. It was a children's program. The hosts made sweets while singing and dancing. Oh. That's unexpected. You knew about the show, Miles. My father told me about it once, so I just happened to watch it a few times. Miss Hall was practicing her dancing in her room. Could Miss Hall have stolen the sculpture then? I'm gonna say no. Watching Trading Places with the fam, and then just finish an OT rando. There you go. Couldn't have been then. I should listen to more of her testimony. Out of all of these, before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered the body. There you go. Lurking while I go to sleep now. Nice. Lurk away, bud. When exactly did Mr. Gustavia enter the victim's room? It was when Gregory and the rest were investigating the crime scene. He went into Dover's room to retrieve a family photo. He stole the picture so their partnership would remain a secret, right? But you can't be a great thief if you get caught stealing. I don't think Gustavia is a great thief. That's the only time you could have stolen them. Dover sneaks in, grabs the picture, and then leaves. And then he would have noticed if the sculptures were melted by then. And then that's when he's like, okay, now I'm gonna sneak in. Now that's what she says. What? What do you mean how? Wait till he's gone and then you do it. Want to know what happened? You should ask someone who was there. Don't forget, you can always count on Uncle Ray. So you were the only one who could move freely during the judging period. I certainly wouldn't have had more freedom. Wouldn't have had more freedom to move about than the contestants. I couldn't possibly have stolen the sculptures right in front of Monsieur Master. Upon being asked to change the film, I went directly to the entryway. Whatever, dude. I'm just guessing. I really don't know. Which feels dumb, but it's also like, I don't know, man. Just get it over with. This seems like it. This seems the most likely. Because I think while Dover was in his room, she went over to sort of like sneak a peek, found him there, and somehow killed him. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's not the killer. He found him dead. It was like, oh, what do we do? I don't know, man. I'm so not following this thread. Because I don't think she's the killer, but they're definitely like, it's too early for her to be the killer. She's not fighting enough, or whatever. Like, she's not putting up that much of a fight like at the right time. She's not clawing tooth and nail. She's not desperate. This feels very much like, oh, this is just you know me, go around doing stuff. I heard the sound of something breaking. You see. Monsieur Master, are you in here? Eek! It was actually the sound of the ship breaking. Someone snuck a bite of it, you see. When the body was discovered, was Mr. Master still judging Gustavio's room? I'm sure that he was. Master is the type of person who would carefully judge one room at a time. And she found Dover's body inside Master's room. Could he have stolen it then? Yes. This is apparently not. Swear to God. Did you do so in the same manner as today? Yes, I poured tea for everyone working in the investigation. Now that you mention it, Uncle Ray also got some tea from you that day. Kate was pushing her service cart back and forth from the patio to the main building. Well, I remember your old man singing praises of her Ceylon tea. Something about how the saucer was chilled. Oh, I forgot. The saucer was chilled. Because the cart she was using was actually the lift trolley with the ice sculpture underneath it. Oh my God. It was right there. God damn it. Oh, I didn't even think about that. And then this is when you stole the sculptures. Shields and company were at the fountain patio the entire time. I say I stole them in broad daylight? That's precisely what I'm saying. This is where she hid the sculptures.
Take that!
Neither my father nor Mr. Shields realized the sculpture was right in front of them. What you were pushing around was no ordinary service cart. It was the sculpture itself. Eek! Surely that would still be impossible. If she placed the sculptures on the service cart, people would notice immediately. No. I never said she used the service cart to move the sculptures. What? What do you mean? Then what did she use to move them? She used the old lift trolley.
Take that.
This is the lift trolley Mr. Dover used 18 years ago to move the sculptures. It seemed this same lift trolley lies here in the fountain patio. It's right there in the corner. That's because it was originally prepared for the contest in the first place. Are you saying she used the lift trolley to move the sculptures? Yes. The sculptures were placed on the lift trolley and then covered in a tablecloth. It could be disguised as a service cart and moved without arousing suspicion. How could that be? So the saucers were chilled because they were sitting on the ice sculptures? Kate, what's the meaning of this? What were you thinking? That was truly impressive. You certainly are Monsieur Gregory's son. After 18 years, it's hard to imagine any proof that I stole the sculptures remained, but I knew I was only a matter of time until I was suspected. Does this mean you admit to stealing the sculptures then? Yes, I admit it. 18 years ago, I stole the sherbet sculptures from Monsieur Dover's room. Just as Edgeworth says, I disguised the lift trolley as a service cart, and I served tea as I made my way back and forth. And that wasn't all. It also took the ice block. I also took the ice block with all the star clusters on it. Wait. Ice block with star clusters on it. That seems familiar. Yeah, there you go. Winter Palace is a reproduction of Mr. Dover's room from 18 years ago because they didn't melt. They were stolen. Those blocks of ice were also originally from Dover's sherbet salon. The two sculptures and the 2 blocks of ice, I took everything I could. And then I placed empty glass cases in Dover's room. The sculptures were all encased in glass to preserve their fine details. The ice blocks were being displayed as they were. As per the rules, we prepared the glass cases for Dover. So it would have been easy for her to do that. In Dover's room, there were some sculptures that were still unfinished. I thought if I melted them, it would look like the ones I stole had melted too. Everything you see in the Winter Palace are all original works from 18 years ago. It's actually pretty nuts. Just the concept of stealing an art gallery and then displaying it 18 years later as if it's a replica. I don't know. She must know it wasn't enough to try her in court. That is all I have to say. But even though I admit to stealing the sculptures, you can't arrest me for it. Statute's limitations ran out. You're assisting an investigation without knowing this much? Perhaps you should read the book concerning statutes of limitations. Alright, hang on. What do I need to know from this? Murder is 15 years, theft is 7. Nuts. If the suspect flees or lives in a foreign country, the time limit is on hold until the suspect returns. If possible accomplices are on trial, the countdown is stopped until the verdict is reached, then resumed. If charges are pressed to demand compensation, the statute is frozen for the length of that procedure. Okay, hang on. So then if possible accomplices are on trial, the countdown is stopped until the verdict is reached. It's a kitty going like, time, clock. Okay, so if the suspect flees to or lives in a foreign country, the time limit is on hold until the suspect returns. That makes sense, right? I want a Sprite cranberry. I don't really like that one. Sprite cranberry doesn't taste that good to me. IMO. It's just big crayon trying to find its way into every nook and cranny. Alright, so yeah, the suspect flees. So it's like you commit a crime in America and then you go try to like flee to another country. It's like, okay, so you live somewhere else, so that's put on time. You have to live here for that many years. Right? Okay, that makes sense. If there are possible accomplices on trial, right? It's like, okay, one of you is being tried, the time is going to put on pause, right? If charges are pressed to demand compensation, so then it's like, okay, I'm going to press charges, you have to pay me back for damages or whatever. Then until those are paid off, the statute is paused, I guess. Oops. Put it simply, it's the time frame in which a suspect can be taken to court. You can see it on this page. The statute of limitations for murder is 15 years, and for theft it's 7 years. Ah, that's right. And Miss Hall's theft was 18 years ago. According to the statute, she cannot be arrested for stealing the sculptures. Or murder, for that matter. So that's how it is. Okay, question. How do we turn that around so that the murder is still on the table? If Jeff Masters is a potential accomplice, that increases that by a year because the court case took a year to deliberate. That still only makes 16 years though, not 18. She might have lived outside the country for some years. You're not wrong. She could have. She could have traveled abroad. However, for this crime at least, we have no right to pass judgment. It appears that Prosecutor Edgeworth's tepid reasoning has all been for naught. I wonder about that. I deduced Miss Hall's actions simply to expose a different crime. If she only took the sculptures, we wouldn't have found the body from 18 years ago. Are you saying that I hid Dover's body? That's correct. How can someone hide a body for 18 years? I would imagine it would be very difficult under normal circumstances. The circumstances weren't normal. What if she bought the house back so that she could get rid of the body? Or the person who could escape to France since they didn't find the body? I mean, I don't know. I'm lost in the threads here. Are you claiming that you know where the body was hidden? When you consider Miss Hall's actions, the answer becomes obvious. 18 years ago, Miss Hall stole something more than just sherbet sculptures. If you're so confident, I would like to hear your answer. Where did Miss Hall hide the body? No. No. Don't tell me. This can't be it. Can't make a save either.
Take that!
Nope. Wasn't it? It's been a minute. Let's go and save again. Dude, remember like 40 minutes ago when I said, like, let's finish this interrogation, then it'll be done, and it ends up going for another, like, 40 minutes till now? Oh, come on, 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 come on. Where did she hide the body?
Take that!
Oh.
Take that!
I just want to reclaim some of my HP, just in case.
Take that!
This is the photograph of Mr. Dover's sculptures. Yes, and perhaps you've noticed that the victim's body can be seen in this picture. If you don't see it, please point it out clearly. Where in this picture?
Take that!
The Gemini sculpture. While it may look like the Gemini sculpture at first glance, in reality, this is none other than Isaac Dover himself. What? This is the victim's body? All I can see from this picture is an ice sculpture statue. It's because a certain piece of evidence was used to conceal it. Which piece of evidence? Oh, if only we had this fucking blue cloth. This is the cloth that was covering the sculpture in the Autumn Palace? This cloth manipulates light. With it, it's entirely possible to make something look like ice. Isn't that right, Delicia? Yep. When it glows red, it looks like a raging inferno. And when it glows blue, you can almost feel the glittering cool ice. The cloth will only emit light when it's attached to a special device. Judge Courtney, look closely at the picture one more time. Beneath the Gemini case lies a box-shaped object attached to the pedestal. This is the Rainbow Light statue device. Not statue. Rainbow Light device. Gumshoe reported one in the Winter Palace. This is the device that went missing 18 years ago. Originally, it would have been attached to the cloth inside the glass case. This is wild, I agree. Miss Hall took the device with her when she moved the sculptures. By using the rainbow light device to make the fluorescent cloth glow, Dover's body was made to look like an ice sculpture. Ridiculous. Seesaw moment. Yeah. This is, what goes up? What's something you can use to go up and down? When Uncle Ray took a photo of the Winter Palace, that's right, the body had been in front of us all along, disguised as Gemini. The body and the fluorescent cloth were both discovered in the fountain. If the ice sculpture was the body, we would have found it in the Winter Palace. If we had found it there, her trick would have been revealed immediately. Miss Hall moved the body out of the Winter Palace to prevent us from discovering it. Alrighty. Absurd. You say she threw the body into the fountain without us knowing? No, Judge Courtney. There was no need for that. She simply used the same method as before. Remember the lift trolley? She moved the body to some other room and dumped it into the stream to the fountain. Naturally, the frozen body would have sunk to the bottom of the fountain. That's why the cloth floated up first and was found by Delicia. And eventually, the body thawed out and floated to the surface. God, that's gross. Edgeworth, you truly have a gift for deductive reasoning. Do you have any proof that I moved the body? If you cannot prove that, then there is no way I can accept what you are saying. Why doesn't this feel like the final fight? This feels like we're like at step like 3 of 5. Wasn't there anybody who saw Miss Hall move the body? I believe such a person exists. AP, have you played all the games? I think you have, right? Apollo Justice and the 3DS ones. Have you played all of the Ace Attorney games? Like even the later ones, like Apollo Justice and nothing past the last case. Okay, so then you haven't played... Okay, you haven't missed much because Dual Destinies was pretty bad, but Spirit of Justice was pretty good. But you wouldn't like it because it has Maya in it, so... It's time we see your answer. Which piece of evidence reveals Miss Curator's actions?
Take that!
Another sketch? Oh, it appears I have been drawn on this one. This is a sketch Larry drew of the women at the fountain patio. I would like to direct your attention to the service cart on the left side of the sketch. What about it? Don't you see? What transpired 18 years ago has happened again. She was moving the body in this sketch. I thought it was really good. I felt it was a pretty good one. But the 2 games afterwards, I don't know. I just couldn't really get into them. Yeah, I think Trudy's great. So Trudy's a great character, just mainly because she's She's a nice sidekick. She's a better sidekick than Maya. I mean, really, but it doesn't mean I don't like Maya. I still love Maya the most, but Trudy was a way better sidekick. Although she kind of hit the same notes, if that makes sense. She kind of like followed the same path. So I don't know, whatever. She was moving the body in this sketch. No. Please wait. I don't see Dover's body anywhere in that drawing. All I did was hand out chocolates to everyone. The key detail in this sketch is the color of the tablecloth. Up until now, I thought Larry had made a mistake. The tablecloth is light blue. Maybe a light blue in the sketch, but no blue tablecloth exists in this mansion. Perhaps a light blue because the body was hidden, still glowing underneath the tablecloth. The lift trolley is rectangular in the sketch. If she placed the body on the lift trolley, she would notice immediately. There were 2 blocks of ice in the Winter Palace that are completely hollowed out. If she put the body inside the block of ice, it would look like a service cart. I like her ploy of faking being a hostage. Sounds like something I would do. And her talk about finding tells. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I like that game. They introduced another character, Athena. And Athena is weird because not her character's okay, but what she brings to the table is that she has like this emotional matrix. And so she's like, oh, I'm going to like stick sensors on you and read what your emotions are saying. And then you have like this big thing and it's like, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you scared? Are you angry? Right? And so as you go through their testimony, you have to like find where their emotions don't match up with what they're saying. So they're like, oh yeah, and then I was totally fine. And then it's like scared is like off the charts, right? And you're like, no, that's not right. Yeah. It was a weird idea. I mean, it kind of plays out okay, but it was just another gimmick that, I don't know. I didn't really care for it, personally. I don't know. There were a couple of cases in that game that were really good, though. There were a couple of, like, you know, mind bender cases where it was like, whoa, dude. I think it was case 3, actually, which is kind of funny. It was, no? Was it 4? It might have been 4 now that I think about it. Yes, it was probably case 4 then. Those games also have DLC, which means you can play an extra case for a price. You put the body in the block of ice and used the lift trolley to move it, didn't you? I never imagined you would be so able to do so much from such a single sketch. What if it was just a mistake, like you said before? It doesn't prove anything. I agree that alone the sketch is worthless. Once you remove the body, the service cart would revert back to a lift trolley. That's why the lift trolley was left behind in the fountain patio. Without the service cart, there would be no place for you to put your chocolates. The chocolates I gave everyone. Until then, the chocolates had sat on top of the service cart as you gave them away. But when you gave them to us, you took them out of your pocket. Now that you mention it, they were a bit melted, but if they were still really sweet and tasty, so why was it necessary to put them in your pockets halfway through? It's because once the body was disposed of, you no longer had a service cart. Hold it right there. Where did the tablecloth go? Can you answer that for me? The tablecloth wasn't hidden. It's right in front of us. Do clarify. tablecloth used to hide the body, where is it now? It's with her. We just said that it was. Isn't it obvious? Miss Hall is carrying it with her out in the open. Is she wearing it around her waist? You mean, Miss Hall, you are wearing the tablecloth around your waist. I knew it! The block of ice was not encased in a glass case. In other words, the tablecloth was in a direct contact with the block of ice. If we have it examined, we will undoubtedly find traces of sherbet on it. Miss Hall, you will turn your tablecloth over to the police at once. There's no need to examine the tablecloth. It's just as you say. I stole the poison from Madame Delicia, and I moved the body. I have done terrible things. Is this the end of the case? Madame Delicia, I am so sorry. 1 week ago, I took your Megatoxin X bottle. I slipped it into that man's pocket to make it look like suicide. And if they suspected it was murder, the evidence would point to Madame Delicia. What were you thinking? Weren't you always trying to save masters together? I could not let myself be arrested. Not until I had proven Master's innocence. From the very beginning, I had planned to turn myself in once everything was over. But I suppose it was too late to say that now. Why? Why would you go this far? Even for Monsieur Shields, I've caused nothing but trouble. For the past 18 years, I have been a criminal. The IS-7 doesn't tell me... Don't tell me you were the true culprit. My greatest crime was stealing the sherbet sculptures for my own selfish interests. When Dover died, they were no longer just ordinary sculptures. They had become the final works of the sculpture Master so deeply loved. What if they melted before Master returned? What if with that in mind, I couldn't let anyone touch them, not even the police? Even though I knew it was wrong, I moved them to the mansion's freezer. I only wanted to preserve Dover's art. I did not know his body was hidden among them. So she stole the sculptures without noticing the body. Ray parallels. The only other person who went into the room was fucking Dane Gustavia, though. Dane Gustavia was the one who killed Dover originally because he cut their deal off. He cut it off. He said, we're not in this together anymore. And Dane Gustavia said, well, fuck you. You're going to win this shit by yourself because you're a sculptor. But I'm not going to let you win. I'm going to kill you so that I can win and become the ultimate whatever. Monsieur Master would never take another person's life, but because of me, the body vanished and Monsieur Master was found guilty. There you go. There's some good parallels. That kind man treated someone like me as family. He meant more to me than anyone else, and yet... Kate. When Monsieur Master was found guilty, I was chased out of this mansion. I was finally able to reclaim the mansion just a few days ago, but... when I saw the sculpture still sleeping away in the freezer, I realized I was the one who hid Dover's body. However, the statute of limitations had already expired, therefore I could think of no other way to atone for my sins. It appears I have misunderstood her. It seems she caused this entire incident in order to save Mr. Master. What does that even mean? What does that mean? What do you mean you tried to kill Dane Gustavia and said you were trying to save Master? What does that mean, dude? Yeah, she was like 16, I think. But yeah, still, that's... When I was 16, I was fucking, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I couldn't do shit at 16. There's one thing that has been bothering me this whole time. Why would Miss Hall plan a murder with such an uncertain method like poison gas? The reason she disguised the Autumn Palace to look like the Winter Palace was to make those involved in the incident confuse the two rooms. What was she trying to accomplish? She was trying to prove Master's innocence. In that case, Miss Hall's true objective was to find the true culprit because somebody tried to break into the case to get the body out. Somebody tried to break into the case to get the body out. Miss Hall, were you trying to prove Master's innocence? You wanted to reveal the true culprit and have the police find the body from 18 years ago. The plan was the real killer is going to come back. They're going to open up the case. They're going to get the body out. They're going to store it. They take it away somehow. The body will never be found. And then we never know the truth. But by trapping it with the gas, whenever someone went to go get the body out of the case, got him. Bag him and tag him, boys. Was that not your true goal? Where's the best? The best is in danger. Was that not your true goal? By displaying those sculptures, you'd attract those involved in the past incident. Only 2 people would know where the body was hidden. You and the true culprit. The culprit would have panicked, knowing that the body would be displayed publicly. And if the culprit really showed up, there's the risk they'd erase their tracks. In a worst-case scenario, they might have even stolen the body. So how could she protect the evidence while simultaneously luring in the culprit? She made the Autumn Palace look like the Winter Palace. And then, you must have thought, whoever opens the Pisces case, believing it to be the Gemini case, must be the true culprit of the IS-7 incident. What? But that means that person is... Please wait a moment, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Do you realize that what you're saying? Do you intend to accuse that person of being the culprit behind the IS-7 incident? If it turns out to be Dane Gustavia, I'm going to pop off. Wouldn't the person who fell for the trap be the true culprit? I have no evidence to back up my claims. If I make a formal accusation without any proof, it will not end well. Should I announce the true killer of Isaac Dover? I don't have enough evidence. Cause yes, yeah, exactly. I don't have enough evidence against Dane Gustavia. I only have this suspicion because he opened the case. Don't really know anything else besides that. Or I wanted to end the stream forever ago. Yeah, we have to talk to him. Oh, okay, never mind. There's no need to hesitate. Yep. So much for having a choice. Judge Courtney, I indict this person as the true culprit behind the IS-7 incident. Dane Gustavia, who fell victim to the poison gas, is the true culprit. Gusty? Miss Hall, didn't you believe that if you opened this gallery, the true culprit would come? That's why you set up the poison gas trap, is it not? You truly have a gifted mind. It is as you say, Edgeworth. Now, would you please tell us the whole truth? I have nothing more to hide. I'll tell you everything. I set a trap in the gallery to find the true culprit. Before the gallery opened, I left only the Autumn Palace unlocked. At opening time, when I went around to unlock each room, I discovered that the Autumn Palace had been locked from the inside. I knew that the true culprit was on the other side of the door. My hand was trembling. Yes. Like a rat in a cage. He fell for the trap. He locked himself in. All that was left was for the trap to do its work. When I heard Gustavia was exposed to the poison gas, I realized he was the culprit. I thought that if the police discovered Dover's body, it would prove Master's innocence. Why didn't you ever come talk to me? There might have been another way. I know that you did everything you could for me over the past 18 years. All of this had been brought on by my own crime. That's why I wanted to save Master as soon as possible. Not only that, the police hid the fact the body went missing 18 years ago. Even if I reported the body, there was a chance the truth would be hidden again. That's why I caused the incident at the museum's opening with as many witnesses as possible. I mean, look, like at least you had the foresight to know that it's possible that they would have covered it up again, right? This is the only way you can guarantee there will be enough eyes on this that it cannot be covered up. But still, I'm sorry. Gregory, Mr. Master, and even you, I couldn't protect anyone. The one who should be apologizing is me. I like how she calls his dad Monsieur Gregory, but for him, it's Monsieur Edgeworth. Right? Didn't she call him Greg? I shall accept whatever punishment I am given. However, I must ask of you, please clear Master's name. The truth that was hidden for 18 years was revealed in an unexpected manner. However, to think that things would end this way. To be continued. It's not completely stupid. I agree. I think we have a finale. Oh. We got a text. Yay. I think we have a finale on our hands coming up. I was telling you, man. I was telling you. This feels like we're like 3/5 of the way through, man. This is not the end. We're not at the end yet, man. This isn't. We're not there yet. Okay. Whew. Goodness gracious.